Hey everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing a 2006 ttr230. This review will be like just for TTRs in general because basically nothing changed throughout the years. I'm going to have different categories in this video, and each one I'm going to like rank differently and tell you like how good it does in that category. So yeah, let's go to the first category. I'm also going to have timestamps on this video, so if you're just interested in like one thing about it, just go to that timestamp and then you can see what it performs in that time. Okay, so the first category that I'm going to be discussing is reliability. For mainly the reliability part, I'm going to be focusing on the engines, but I'm going to talk about a few other things. So with the engine, this thing, I would say it's pretty good condition. It's 15 years old, so it's gonna like, it hasn't given me any trouble. No lack of power, nothing like that. Yeah, like these engines will last you forever, especially the Yamaha ones. So, and also I've not had no electrical problems, like the CDI hasn't gone out, like nothing. So if you're looking for like a reliable bike, then look no further. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about how much fun it is to ride, because that's what everyone cares about. That's the main reason why people buy certain bikes over others is the riding experience. So let's get started on that. So first thing, this thing is a blast, okay? It has plenty of power, whether like whatever skill level you're at, it's gonna have enough power for you. That is not a concern. It's on the heavier side though, so if you're under like 120 pounds, that may be an issue. You can still ride it though, it's just not gonna be as much fun. And also if you're like under 5'8", 5'7", you might be a little too short for it. You can still like ride it and everything, it's just not gonna be as fun. But yeah, this bike is like good for all skill levels, even like people who are like really good, like people can still have fun on this bike. It's on the heavier side, so it's gonna be like harder to lift up, push, but it makes it a whole lot smoother on trails. Like some of the lighter two-strokes, like you cannot go trail riding with them just because they're so light and like they're not that stable. With this one, 240 pounds, really stable. So yeah, so if you're into that, I would recommend it. Okay, so this category is not really a category. This is just gonna be like me pointing out little things on it, like things I like and dislike. So let's go over the gear. So the gear ratio, I would say it's good. It's not like it depends your preference. Like first gear is fine, second gear is a little, I would say the gears are pretty much perfect on this thing for trail riding. Like this thing gets up to 75 miles an hour. You're never gonna go that fast though if you're trail riding, but yeah, the gears are fine. One thing that I did have with it, I think it's because I was running the original chain, is as you can see the sprocket, the old chain got like stuck in between here and got jammed, but again, original chain. The tires, I have no idea if these are stock or not, but the ones I do have on here, they're pretty knobby. They get a lot of grip. I've had no trouble with the tires at all. Let's see, what else should we do? So one thing that people have problems with the TTR is sometimes they like run rough if the battery's low. So make sure like as long as you're like riding it like at least like once a month, then it's going to be perfectly fine. And if it has trouble starting because the battery's low, you just put it on a trickle charger, or you may be able to hill start it. But yeah, I would not. It's an e-start, but I've never ran into that problem before. What it does though is you start it up, it starts and dies, and you just got to do that a few times until it probably takes less than a minute to start. Again, mine's a 2006. The newer ones are going to be so much easier to start, but even mine, I don't have trouble starting, so it would not be a concern. The brakes have never gone out. Like this has been like a very like maintenance free bike, so if you don't want to do that much maintenance, I'd recommend this. It's a 4-stroke, so it's going to last a whole lot longer, but it's going to be harder to fix. The major thing that I have replaced is the carburetor. Like I got mine for like 60 bucks off of Amazon. It's worked really well. Just had to like retune it. But besides that, it's worked out really good. So I'm going to do some trail riding and show you how it rides. And then I'm going to share my thoughts afterwards. As you can see, This is a great bike, plenty of speed. I stay in third gear. That's why that RPMs got kind of high. I just feel very comfortable in third gear. I'm not third gear, second gear. But second gear is a perfect gear for beginners. Not too fast, not too slow. And yeah, this bike's just a great bike. Like, I haven't hit any false neutrals on this thing yet. Like, it's just a great bike. Like, if you can find one for cheap, or like you're planning on getting one new, like, I'll just get it. Like, it's a great 4-stroke bike. I believe this thing's 18 horsepower, I believe 17 or 19 horsepower. So that's a bit for like a beginner intermediate bike, because that's what most people say it is. Yeah, you're not going to run out of power on this thing. So yeah, stick around for any future videos. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you next time.